February the 14th regular meeting of the School Board of Charlotte County is hereby called to order. Here in Charlotte County, we will achieve our vision of student success through our mission. We will provide an innovative educational experience environment that allows and inspires success for everyone. To lead us in the pledge to our flag tonight is, Jackie Speaker. Is she in the house? Jackie? Would you like to come down? She's going to be introducing a bunch of our students who have received honors in science and engineering and innovation and all sorts of acknowledgments. So if you could lead us in the pledge to the flag, please stand and join us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You always do such a nice job of bringing students before us, deserving of recognition. Mr. Superintendent, do we have any additions and corrections to tonight's agenda?
No, we do not.
Yeah, we do.
We have a personnel addendum?
I'm electronically pulling up my agenda while I work off of my old printed edition. And so, yes, we do have an addition to personnel.
Second.
Okay.
Yeah, that
is your recommendation that we add it to the agenda?
I'm recommending that we add. I was going for the F1 or the F2E agenda, personnel agenda. I recommend that you add this to the agenda this evening.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. All right. It's been moved and seconded that we add the personnel addendum to our agenda. Is there any board discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries unanimously. Reports. Mr. Superintendent?
We have a number of reports this evening, and I'm going to request that the board go down in front. Hopefully you have your comfy shoes on this evening. We're going to be standing for a little bit. The first report this evening is from Gene Spur, and I believe Dave Dale is here this evening regarding Owen Ames Kimball presentation. Gene and Dale.
Madam Chair, school board members, Dr. Whitaker. I've asked Dave Dale, president of Owen Ames Kimball, to come to the podium tonight to make a presentation. This presentation is not for any specific award earned or goal achieved. This presentation celebrates Meadow Park Elementary, another in the long line of successful projects completed by Owen Ames Kimball. Dave?
Thanks, Gene. This kind of became a tradition at Sally Jones, and we kind of thought it was kind of neat, so we kind of kept it going. So we'd kind of like to present this picture to y'all to hang where you'd like, and we sure appreciate the opportunity. Teamwork's been great. As always, Gene and Jerry and his staff did a great job, made it a real pleasure. Glad to have the work.
Next on the agenda this evening is recognition of the El Jobeen Parade participants. Mr. Spence.
Good evening. I'm Beverly Cutter. I'm president of the El Jobeen Community League, and I think I'm losing my voice. But Madam Chairman and Dr. Whitaker and board members, on behalf of the El Jobeen Community League members and the board of directors, we wish to say thank you and a job well done. This goes to students, parents, staff, and board members. Your dedication to the development of these young people is to be commended. To have young people in our community and especially members of the different organizations and bands, have long been a dream of Randy Spence. Pat and Randy Spence started the parade in 1998. The participation has been a wonderful experience for the Community League and the El Jabin community alike. The students have been a delight to be with. They are courteous, talented, and great examples of the future generation of this community and our country. Thank you.
Madam Chairman, members of the board, Superintendent Mr. Whitaker, it gives me great pleasure to be here tonight. This is the third year in a row that we've had the participation of the Lemon Bay High School Marching Band. First of all, if Bev will assist me here, I have some certificates to the board members and others that I'd like to present, and then we'll get into the main presentation. I'll just read this off. It's basically the same. The El Jabin Community League Community Through Unity Certificate of Appreciation presented to, and the first one is Dr. Doug Whitaker, Superintendent, Charlotte County Public Schools, in recognition of approval, participation of Lemon Bay High School Marching Band, El Jabin Christmas Parade 2011, by order of Randy Spence, Director, El Jabin Christmas Parade 2011. The next one goes, the same wording, goes to Lee Swift. And the next one goes to Jan Vincent for participation in our parade. And of course, you always need support in communications and setting the outlines and getting things done so you can properly set up to do the presentations, of which we're honored to do. And this one is Teresa Dowell, Executive Secretary, Charlotte County School Board, and recommendation of communications and planning for participation. I'd like to thank you all. You play a very vital part in not only the school board operations and what happens every day in our public schools and our students, future leaders of tomorrow, but community events throughout the entire area. We're very proud and very honored to have been working with you and continue working with you in the future. If we could have Josh, please come up. We're going to be presenting the plaque and also a first place ribbon, and we have some photos here, which Bev will hold up, and so that everybody can have opportunity to see those. This is this year's band participating in our parade. From the El Jabin Community League, Inc., Randy Spence, Chairman, El Jabin Community Christmas Parade 2011. Letter to accompany presentation of award appreciation to Mr. Josh Grossnickel, band leader at Lemon Bay High School, and the members of the Lemon Bay High School Marching Band. December the 10th, 2011, the community of El Jabin was proud to have for the third year to have the Lemon Bay High School Marching Band perform in this annual event. The band performed with great pride, professionalism, and enthusiasm, and the representation of the Lemon Bay High School and its members was fully displayed in a communal manner, which proves that by working together as a team, we can accomplish many things. Therefore, let it be declared that to express our sincere appreciation, we present this plaque and a first place ribbon for year 2011 to Mr. Josh Grossnickel, band leader, and the members of the Lemon Bay High School Marching Band, along with others who played an important part in making this a huge success. Thank you very much, Josh, that you pass on to the principal of Lemon Bay High School and the members of the staff there, and also your band, that they were super terrific. And we're looking forward to this year's parade and a lot more in that particular area. You really enthused the crowd. They stood out, and I think I could have dropped a pin when you were going down through, but when you passed the reviewing stand, there was nothing but applause. And I'd like to thank the members of the school board and Dr. Doug Whitaker for your participation and for having us here tonight. Thank you.
And at this time, I would like to introduce for the first time, Dr. Jackie speak. If you would come up. And while she comes up, it's with mixed emotions. I also inform you that this is Jackie's last board meeting. Jackie has accepted a position as the state science coordinator. So congratulations, Jackie. We have asked Jackie to single-handedly get a hold of the Department of Education and make a difference up there. Jackie.
And so many people have my cell phone number. So, thanks. I was trying to figure out how I was going to announce that, but thank you. Yes, mixed emotions for sure. You always hear about FDOE, and now I can't say that anymore. Thank you, Dr. Whitaker and school board members. For the last 10 years, I've had the privilege of standing before you to recognize our students for their outstanding scientific research. Every year that I stand here, I'm amazed at the original scientific independent research of the CCPS students. Yet every year, they continue to outdo themselves. I am so thankful to our teachers, the parents for their continued support of the Charlotte County Science Program, their tireless efforts to persevere through an ever-increasing demand of science research procedures and regulations, aka known as the paperwork, to ensure the safety of our students and the integrity of their research. The school science fair coordinators go above and beyond to help make these opportunities available to our students and encourage their thinking outside the box on this scientific research. This year, awards for some of our students, some of the awards for the CCPS students for regional science, engineering, and inventors fair include the following. About 65 students received awards or recognition at the Regional Science Fair Award ceremony. 19 of these students received scholarships, which included summer research opportunity for middle school students where they spend 2 weeks at FGCU doing real field data, collecting data, and analyzing it in the labs with the scientists at Whitaker Center. The Argonauta Scholarship, 2 of our students received that, $1,000 each. We had a few students who received a 2-year scholarship to Edison State College. One of our students received the James and Eleanor Newton Scholarship for $5,000. And students who are going to state received a 4-year scholarship to Florida Gulf Coast University, approximately $15,000 per student if they accept that scholarship. So huge, huge scholarships for our kids. We're really excited. 9 of our students will compete at state, and 2 of them will compete at international in Pittsburgh. I'm not requesting to go on that trip. I think I got the better end of the deal last year going to LA. So thanks. But I do want to thank the Science Fair coordinators, Aaron McCormick and BJ Richards from Port Charlotte Middle, Andy Green from LA Anger, John Vallone from Murdoch Middle School, Jeremy Bunk, Punta Gorda Middle, Judy Tormalt, Port Charlotte High, Janae Mora, Lemon Bay, and Jason Wickman at Charlotte High School. What I'm going to do is call each school up one at a time. I'm going to start with Murdoch Middle School because Jason Wickman is going to voluntarily stand in. As you know, we do compete in the evenings for all of the other extracurricular activities. I'm not sure I've met a science fair student that's not involved in some other extracurricular activity, and so usually we miss them because of what they're doing, other things that they're committed to. But if there are any Murdoch Middle School students present, if they would please come forward. We're going to start with you guys, and I recognize one of them. So what I'm going to do is ask the students to stand over here. I'm going to talk about your award, and then you're going to shake the school board members and Dr. Whitaker's hand. And Mr. Wickman, where did he go? Oh, we'll hand you your certificate. And this is Hayden Wilder. Okay, so representing Murdoch Middle School, Hayden Wilder for his first place in environmental science. Hayden has also received the 4-year FGCU scholarship, and he is a state finalist. So congratulations to Hayden. Yes, excellent job. Let's do it out of order a little bit. How about Punta Gorda Middle, Jeremy? Any students here from Punta Gorda Middle? If you would please come forward and stand up here, that would be wonderful. Okay, this is where is Olivia here? Chevy? Andres? Joe? Joe, okay. Joe Parent, who has honorable mention in his behavioral and social science category. So congratulations, Mr. Boncazo. We have Kendra. Okay, Kendra Kudlarski, am I saying that right? Okay, for her honorable mention in plant sciences. Nicole Berg for her third place in her category for energy and transportation. You also received the Florida Gulf Coast Summer Research Opportunity, so congratulations. Alara Gvenley. I recognize that name, Alara Gvenley, for second place in her category for behavioral and social science, so congratulations. So congratulations, you guys. Thank you. Okay, Port Charlotte Middle. Mr. LeClaire is standing in for our science fair coordinator. So if there are students here from Port Charlotte Middle, if you would please come forward. They look so enthused. Okay. We have Grant here. Grant Marsh, okay, for his, he got a certificate and a medallion from the U.S. Navy and U.S. Marine Corps, so in his engineering, electrical, mechanical category. Chris Standelli received an honorable mention, certificate, medallion from U.S. Navy, U.S. Marine Corps for his project in engineering as well. Katie Stamps, yes. Was I saying that right? Yes, oh, thank you. Honorable mention in biochemistry. Okay, Nicholas Ayers, who's second place category in chemistry. And Alfredo Ortega, for his first place in earth science, he received a 4-year FGCU scholarship, certificate from the American Meteorological Society, and is a state finalist. Thank you. LA Anger Middle School, please come forward. Okay. We have Brian Delaney here. Okay, Brian Delaney. Honorable mention in environmental science. Oh, there he is right there. Excellent. Good job. Katie Redmond. Katie, Sean, Robert, Alexandria, Shannon, Carissa, Skylar, and Kayla. Tell me when to stop. These 3. Oh, excellent. Okay, thank you. That makes it helpful when I try to know them all. I really do. Sean Robinson, right, first place. Actually, it was Sean Robinson and Dominic Moore, right, did first place team math category. So they 4-year FGCU scholarship and state finalists. Pretty good. Who am I missing? Thompson. Rebecca Thompson, second place category in plant sciences. And we have Eleanor Keys, who got a first place 4-year FGCU scholarship, also a state finalist in plant sciences. Congratulations. Lemon Bay, Mr. Jeffers has so graciously offered to come up and pass out certificates. Is there anyone here from Lemon Bay High School? All right. Okay. Is Caitlin here? Caitlin, Montana, Matthew. Say when. James Wyatt? All right. James Wyatt, Babington, for third place category at a $250 cash award from FP&L for his project in energy and transportation. Well done. Sophie? Alex? Tell me what, Katie? Richard Summers for his, second place category in environmental science. Well done. Alexandria. Okay, Alexandria Murphy for her, first place category, behavioral social science. She received the 2-year Edison State College scholarship. So congratulations for that. And last but certainly not least, Laura Delaney, who went to state and international last year. This is for her second year continuation project, first in her category, 4-year FGCU scholarship. She is a state finalist for her project entitled, this is a good one, the Vehicle Extreme Temperature Alarm System with Cellular Dispatch for Unattended Children in Engineering and Materials and Bioengineering. So congratulations, Laura. Thank you, Mr. Jeffers. Port Charlotte High School, Ms. Wilder. Students from Port Charlotte High? Anyone? I know the basketball game. So you may have a really easy role of just being like, thank you, and congratulations to Port Charlotte High. We had 6 winners. So, yes, thank you.
You did a good job.
Yes, and you're taking over next year? And Dawn will be the coordinator next year, so thank you, Dawn. Miss Cornwall's retiring. Okay, Charlotte High School. Wickman giving you guys extra credit for this, right? No. Okay, let's see, is Matt here? Matt Coward? No. Samantha? Alexander and Franklin DePaul. Okay, Alexander and Franklin DePaul. They got 3rd place in their category in environmental management called BioBarrier. These two are also the recipients of the Argonauta Award for $1,000. So congratulations. Tamara?
Yes.
Okay, Tamara Crystal, 3rd place in her behavior and social science project. So congratulations. Sydney. Okay, Sydney Lazik, 3rd place category for behavior and social science. Isabella Sanchez, who for her 2nd place category, behavior and social science. I know that Natalie True and Kayla Gleason here, 2nd place category for team environmental management, hazardous waste, contaminated brownfield bioremediation. Well done, ladies. Shannon Norton, 2nd place category in animal sciences. We also have Angelique Knowles. I know I don't see her standing here. She also is a state finalist. This was her 2nd year study on audiotropism using the growth of, I'm going to mess this one up, Phaseolus vulgaris with pitch-induced vibrations. Woohoo! Plant sciences, so we're proud of her. This is her 2nd year going to state. Okay, last but certainly not least. This is Nadia Kamal and Nicole Miller. These two are... Last year went to state and international. Before you get your congratulations, I gotta brag on you just a minute, so calm down. I'm excited because I do get to go to state science fair this year, so I will get to see these guys in a few weeks. But especially proud because going to international science fair is quite an accomplishment, and to do it 2 years in a row is amazing. We're very proud of you. Charlotte Local Education Foundation made a small donation, which we're very excited about. So Wickman and I, on behalf of Charlotte Local Education Foundation, we're able to get them $100 American Express travel scholarships, which come in the form of gift cards or credit cards. So hopefully this will help in Pittsburgh. We were trying to do this for you last year. Probably Pittsburgh and LA, probably comparable. So we're going to give to you guys. Yes. And for a long time, go to regional awards ceremony, and every year, we more and more we see our kids going to international. But this year, we were waiting, and Nadia and Nicole got best of fair for regional science fair, which is a huge accomplishment. 450 projects, and it's just the best in the area. So I expect to hear great things, girls. I'll be watching you. So congratulations, and everyone, thank you so much. So. Do what? Oh, thank you. Do you have more recognition? Should I? Okay. Thank you.
Our next recognition this evening is for our district dual enrollment instructors. Karen Laporte, our Director of Secondary Learning, is going to do this presentation.
Madam Chair, school board members, and Dr. Whitaker, thank you. Before I begin, I'd like to invite the dual enrollment teachers from all 3 high schools to approach the front when you can. I know it will take a while. And Kristen Corkle, if you're here from Edison State College, I'd like you to come forward also. You know, it's okay because it's about them personally. And I know there are some teachers. Thank you. Hey, how are you? Let me introduce you. I don't know if you want to, you can help me with the certificates. I have data that I've sent all of you, so you probably don't want it now unless you do. I have it, but okay. Well, there you go. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, first of all, I just want to let you know that we are tracking our data. We always try to improve in Charlotte County, and one of the things that we want to make sure that we're doing is offering students the greatest rigor and the greatest options for post-high school choices. And our dual enrollment program has been ever increasing, growing strong, amazing progress, and often unnoticed. I mean, we talk about AP, and the teachers get lots of accolades. We do very well in the state and nationally, but our dual enrollment has probably been going longer and just as strong as the other programs. And I just want to let you know that I only looked 3 years back, but I did run the data today. 3 years ago, in the year of 2009, 2010, there were 441 students sitting in classes across the school district. So 440, that's not bad 3 years ago. Last year, there were 717 of our students sitting in their dual enrollments. And that's also thank you to the principals. And Dan Jeffers is representing all 3 principals, and he's from Lemon Bay today. I was going to ask him to help with certificates, and I feared that's not going to work. So luckily I have another person. But, and then we did grow, which is an amazing thing, this year to 737. And that's amazing because we lost a teacher. And we actually lost 2 teachers, but we were able to replace one. But it's been a long time coming that we haven't taken the time to recognize our dual enrollment teachers, your representation. I hope to see more next year because there's a large number of them. And most importantly, next year my goal is to bring kids up here. So with you, I don't know how we're going to do that, but I'll be in contact and we'll work it out because maybe you'll choose them. Because there's so many kids that take multiple dual enrollment classes, it's hard to choose. And before we begin, I just want to say thank you publicly to Kristen Corkill. She's our new Edison State College coordinator. She joined us tonight. Thank you. It's a quiet audience. Don't worry. We still appreciate you. But no, really, it's been nice having her on board, and she's going to help us bring this all together and continue to grow. So with no further ado, I want to start with Charlotte High School in alphabetical order. Is that okay, Mr. Jeffers? Just want to make sure that I always will go in alphabetical order. That's the way I got to do it. So I know that Andy Adcock is here. So, sir, he teaches dual enrollment college algebra and trigonometry. Actually, I'm going to have you do this. So she'll pass it out. I definitely want to shake your hand, and if you wouldn't mind going this way. Thank you, Andy. So, trig, can you imagine? He's got 4 classes of trigonometry at Charlotte High School. And I guess I can't do it that way. You're just going to have to shake hands. I've got to read the names. So Heather Garcia is here. So Heather, come on up. And she's a teacher of college success skills. So thank you so much from Charlotte High School. Oh, and I got to hand you your certificate. All right, and I believe that's it for Charlotte. This is new, but we will work on this because they definitely deserve recognition in their fantastic program. I'm hoping this is Dawn Johnson from Lemon Bay, because I'm going to tell a story about Dawn Johnson. Come here, dear. Come on. You can hold your certificate. But this is an amazing woman. She is doing something that is not done traditionally in education, and that is she is being videotaped every single day from Lemon Bay as she teaches her class. And you teach what, trigonometry also? The math classes. And her video is streaming into Port Charlotte High School so that they can both get the college credit. That's incredible right there. Just to do that for us, and you're on your, second year doing this? So this is an amazing program. She's allowing so much access for her kids, and I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate what you do. Thank you. And representing Port Charlotte High School, we have Dr. Beasley. He teaches our dual enrollment, American history. How many years have you been at Port Charlotte, Dr. Beasley?
A lot of years.
No, he won't give us a number. I bet he outdoes us all in our profession. You're great, and he's very popular with the kids. His classes fill up. And before we're done, as you're going, I just want to say that what's amazing about dual enrollment is class size doesn't count. So a lot of these teachers are looking at 30 kids in their classes, high school kids with college credit, and they really get nothing extra for it. So with a round of applause, please show your appreciation on Valentine's Day. Show the love. Thank you. Thank you all. I'll give you the data.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Karen. And again, a special thanks to our dual enrollment teachers. They teach high school, and they are college professors as well, 2 hats, and they do a great job, just a great job. Our last recognition this evening is for the 2012 International Technology and Engineering Educators Association Middle School Program of the Year. Carolyn Gorton's going to do the presentation, and Carolyn is coordinator of our technology program, our career tech program in the district. So, Carolyn?
Thank you very much. We're celebrating Career and Technical Education Month in February, and so we have some great news to share with you tonight. STEM education that you have been hearing about through all the science projects stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, and this is an integral part of career and technical education. We have been offering STEM programs for the past 7 or 8 years in Charlotte County, and all of our students, K through 12, get to participate in the STEM labs. And in those labs, they learn to explore, investigate, imagine, and use technology in the lab and the classroom. Recently, we have started integrating technology with math and science, as you heard in some of the wonderful projects that were just recognized. And with this, the teachers have been teaming together, the academic teachers and the career and tech teachers, to build a curriculum that has teamwork, critical thinking, and problem solving that lead to technology projects. Enterprise Florida has estimated that 15 of the fastest growing 20 jobs in Florida will require STEM education in the future. And currently there are over 600,000 career and tech students in Florida, and we in Little Charlotte County have over 6,000 students enrolled in a STEM or career and tech program. Tonight, we are honoring all the career and tech teachers, and I'd like just Pam Ping to stand up. Pam is our Port Charlotte Middle School STEM Lab teacher who came for support. Thank you, Pam. But we're here tonight to honor Miss Sharon Bruno. If you would come forward, Sharon. She is the STEM Lab teacher at Punta Gorda Middle School. I'd like her principal, Kathy Corsoletti, to come up also. Kathy has been totally behind the development and growth of our STEM lab, and that has led us to where we are today. Sharon recently received a letter from ITEEA, the International Technology and Engineering Education Association, stating that she received their Program of Excellence Award for the state of Florida and would be recognized at their national convention. So this was quite an award to compete with all the STEM lab teachers in the entire state. The letter that we received for Sharon stated, and I quote, "Sharon's work is an indication of the dedication, sweat, and love for students and teaching." Sharon's 50-plus page portfolio, and I'll add she started working on it a year ago. Her portfolio displayed a quality program of technology education that helps students become technology literate across the global economy. She's preparing students to be good citizens who can make good decisions about technology and pursue careers related to technology, engineering, and design. And this last sentence is the one I really want you to hear. This was in her letter. Her STEM program at Punta Gorda Middle School is clearly a model for the state to follow. Congratulations, Sharon. As I said, she's the sole winner for Florida, and the good news is she will be recognized and receive a plaque, and I'm not sure what else, but at the awards program on the Queen Mary ship in Long Beach, California, on March 22nd. And her principal, Kathy Corsoletti, and I will accompany Sharon for the trip. Congratulations. Oh, and now a board member is petitioning to attend also.
Whatever you don't put your hands near your eyes. Or anywhere near your face. Okay.
We do have a final recognition that we're going to do from up here, and that is recognition of Student Services Week. Dr. Widmeyer, our Deputy Superintendent.
Madam Chairman, school board members, Dr. Whitaker, Ms. Young. Tonight I have 6 whereases and 1 therefore from our governor. Whereas school counselors, school nurses, school social workers, school psychologists, let me repeat that, counselors, nurses, social workers, psychologists, and career education staff join together to provide supportive programs and services. And whereas an extensive and growing body of research demonstrates the value of supportive programs and services as a part of the total public education system in order to increase student achievement. And whereas student services professionals work together to assist students in acquiring the knowledge, skills, and competencies needed to master the Common Core state standards and make well-reasoned and healthy lifelong decisions. And whereas student services professionals have the necessary knowledge, skills, and abilities to reduce barriers to learning, to assist classroom teachers, parents, and community agencies in providing a safe and positive learning environment for all children. And whereas student services personnel address the mental and physical health needs of students, enhance school attendance, reduce behavior problems, improve interpersonal skills, enabling students to learn and teachers to teach, and strengthens the bonds between families and schools, thus maximizing student achievement. And finally, the last, whereas school improvement teams can use student services, activities, and resources to facilitate the school and district improvement plans. Now, therefore, I, Rick Scott, you didn't know that, did you? Governor of the state of Florida, extend greetings and best wishes to those celebrating February 6th through the 10th, 2012 as Student Services Week and urge residents to recognize and extend their appreciation of all student services professionals for their dedication and commitment to educational excellence. And whereas not to be outdone by the governor, Arnie Duncan, who addressed a national conference of school counselors, because not only is the first full week in February Student Services Week in the state of Florida. Florida does not have a school counselors week. The social workers have one, the nurses have one, the psychologists have one in the state of Florida. But Florida does not have one for school counselors. They just wrap them all into Student Services Week. However, there is a National School Counselors Week, which is at the same time as Student Services Week. And so, our U.S. Secretary of Education, Arnie Duncan, issued the following statement last week, recognizing National School Counseling Week. And I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, just one quote that was in the paper. I want to salute the thousands of professionals across the country engaged in school counseling. Every day, these unsung heroes in American education help millions of students sidestep the roadblocks of life. They help them succeed, achieve their dreams, reach their potential, explore their curiosity, and more. And interestingly, in our district, our data from last year said that we had actually at the elementary level the number of individual student contacts, the number of classroom guidance sessions, and the number of parent conferences, adding all of that together at the elementary level was 5,554 contacts. At the middle school level, individual classroom guidance and parent conferences, 7,611 contacts, for a total at the elementary and middle school levels of 13,165 contacts. At the high school level, and in the high school we also include our occupational specialists, the number of individual student contacts, classroom guidance sessions, and parent conferences for counselors, 25,857. For occupational specialists, 3,308, for a total of 29,165 contacts, with either going into the classrooms, meeting with students individually or in groups, or talking to parents. So we are very, very proud of of all our student services professionals, and we really, I would be remiss to not thank our school board for their support for student services, because the services that are provided, as you know, really do help reduce the barriers to learning so that kids can learn as best they can. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I will tell you that I'm very concerned because some of those professionals that you just talked about are some of the ones that are having to work in 2 sites this year, when the numbers you just gave us reflected when they were at one site. And so we're not going to be able to have as many student contacts, parent contacts as we once did, and that's it concerns me.
That's a true statement, and I wanted to kind of keep things we're just really happy with the work that they do. I know that, and actually as a way of taking just one little thing off their plate, I told them that for this year I was collecting their numbers in abeyance.
Oh, okay.
Because they were having trouble trying to figure out, well, wait a minute, I got 2 schools here. It's hard enough to keep up with that, so we're not doing that this year. We'll resume again.
Okay, thanks. Okay, I believe we have completed all the reports.
Yes, we have.
Okay. Any old business to come before the board this evening?
No old business tonight.
All right, new business, the consent agenda. Mr. Superintendent.
I'm pleased to bring the consent agenda to the board this evening and request that you approve that agenda as it's presented to you.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there any board discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries unanimously. Action agenda, item A, Florida Power and Light Company underground easement, Punta Gorda Center.
This evening, I'm requesting the school board approval of a Florida Power and Light Company underground easement for the relocation of the power supply for the new Punta Gorda Center warehouse, surplus store, and maintenance and operations building.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the Florida Power and Light underground easement for the Punta Gorda Center. Any board discussion? Just out of curiosity, what if we said no?
Jean just started to perspire back there.
Well, I mean, it's for the relocation of the power supply. I'm just curious.
It would mean you would have to ride a bicycle generating electricity out next to the building.
Yeah.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next item is also an easement. In this case, we're looking at the temporary construction easement out by Deep Creek Elementary School. Mr. Superintendent.
That is correct. And while they replace this bridge, they're building a little bypass bridge around the old bridge, which goes across the corner of our property. So we are granting an easement to them. So tonight, I'm asking for your approval of a temporary construction easement issued to the Charlotte County for the Harbor View Bridge Replacement Project located at Deep Creek Elementary School.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the Harbor View Bridge temporary construction easement at the Deep Creek Elementary School site. Any board conversation, discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Maximum class size compliance. Mr. Superintendent.
This is a new a new activity that we have to engage in. The state wrote a statute this year about guidelines on the class size amendment and how we deal with class size during the second half of the school year, allowing us to add more kids to classrooms as long as we commit to coming back to the class size amendment restrictions the following October. And the school board has to approve that. In other words, we have to tell you that we're going to do this. You have to approve it so that we can do this. Although we're already doing this. So I am asking for your approval this evening of the adherence of Florida Statute 1003.03 as it pertains to the enrollment of new students after the October student membership survey.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the maximum class size compliance statement. Is that what we call it? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. Any board discussion? I know, my favorite is the last line. We further provide that we will be in full compliance by October.
Yes.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries unanimously. Next item is the annual review of the enrollment data policy, which we appreciate coming earlier. I know the policy originally said
Yes.
May, and here we are in February working on it this year. So.
Well, we know what our enrollment projections are going to be for East and Sally, and so I'm pleased to bring this request to you. This is for the enrollment of the Sally Jones, the enrollment data for Sally Jones in East Elementary School that determines attendance zones within the city of Punta Gorda, more fondly known as the Triangle. And basically we're extending a waiver for our boundaries, our school boundaries, extended to the Triangle families. They can continue to attend Sally Jones if they choose, again, because we do not have an enrollment issue at that school. So this is a one-year extension of that waiver through the 2012-2013 school year. And I recommend board approval of that tonight.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the annual review of enrollment data policy information. Is there any board discussion?
I just would like to say that I'm glad that we're able to do this and also realize that it is a yearly process and hopefully it will be able to continue for a while. Thank you.
Mr. Swift.
I have a question as to how long we think we might be able to continue this. I mean, are the numbers close or?
I'm looking at Mr. Greiner shaking his head, going, nah. We have plateaued, with our decrease, that we have decreased for the 3 years that we've been extending this waiver. So I'm assuming, and Mr. Griner can correct me if I'm wrong and start shaking his head, no, that's not right, but I'm assuming it's going to take us a while to grow back up to the figures where we were back when we first granted the waiver. And right now we're not seeing any rapid growth.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any other board discussion? Dr. Widmeyer, will we still be sending letters to the families reminding them that this is an extension of the policy?
We will, and we will also notify the homeowners association.
Okay.
Our issue, though, is with the kindergarten kids. But
Right.
I think that now it's pretty much in the neighborhood, and so we do have, parents are talking to parents, and interestingly, we have some parents that are choosing, of course, to go to these.
But the awareness has certainly been increased. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Personnel action as amended.
And I'm pleased to bring to you this evening the personnel action. You have seen all of the lists of those actions, as well as the amendment and request board approval of this action.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the personnel action as amended. Any board discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next item on the agenda is citizen comment. Ms. Dow, do we have any citizens who wish to speak tonight? No. Okay. Attorney comment. Ms. Young. All right. We are listening.
Well, I was talking with Mr. Fort before the meeting and realized that it's been 7 years ago today that I came to work for Mike McKinley.
Is that right?
And
That one time.
7 years ago tomorrow was the first school board meeting that I came to.
really?
So happy 7th anniversary.
We knew you when.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 babies since then.
That's right.
I'm sorry?
2 babies since then.
Well, she was 6 months old
Yeah.
when we moved here.
Okay.
Wow. It's been a pleasure for 7 years.
Great. Yes, it has.
Oh, my God, I'm
I'm
the one
done.
who has to look at this.
We're all so
I'm good for the
shocked.
next
It was
6 months.
you could have kept on talking. We would.
All right, board member comment. Let's start with Mr. Swift.
Two short things. One, I'm planning on being in Tallahassee most of next week. If you have anything that comes up that I need to say to anybody about, please let me know. I attended the Federal Relations Network in Washington, D.C. as part of the NSBA Policy and Resolutions Committee, and I think you're going to be seeing a new term instead of STEM. It's going to be STEAM, science, technology, education, the arts. Not education, engineering, the arts, and mathematics. And the arts is taken in the broadest possible definition of the arts that you can think of, not only the performing arts and the classical arts, if you will, of painting and drawing and pottery and that kind of thing, but language arts as well. And because we redid a couple of the policies that will go to the Delegate Assembly in April and added the arts to them. And so the STEAM acronym was thrown about several times, although where they stuck the arts in the list was after mathematics, but it makes sense to use STEAM. So you might be seeing that. That's just to let you know what it's all about, but that is it for me.
Mr. Vincent.
Just a friendly reminder that tomorrow night is the Teacher of Year, Support Employee of the Year at the Charlotte Harbor Event Center. If you don't have a ticket, get one. And happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Ms. Miller.
Okay. I will see you tomorrow night at the Teacher of the Year, Support Person of the Year. Look forward to that. And I want to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day. And that's it, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Mrs. Rendell.
I'm looking forward, always the most exciting night of the year. Tomorrow, Teacher and Support Person of the Year. So really looking forward to that, and happy Valentine's Day.
Great. And I just have one thing to mention. I had the opportunity last week to go and hear Bill Daggett speak up in Tallahassee. He's making his rounds through the state, being sponsored by the Florida Association of School Administrators. And interestingly, it was a small crowd. It's free. It was a 3-hour presentation that he put on, and so he was really able to get into some real depth. But what he's talking about now really is connecting his quadrants with the Common Core. And so he's kind of bridging those two. So it was really interesting. If you have the opportunity, I recommend it. And like I said, it was a small group, 3 hours, so there was question and answer. It was really a good opportunity
What's
to hear.
a small group?
30.
Oh, that's small.
Yeah.
He's losing his popularity, or?
No, it's because it was during the school day. He was doing 2 sessions. He's got 6 of them going around the state. It wasn't like an open advertisement. You had to have an invitation, but it was 30. Yeah, it was good. And usually he's only an hour and a half with an audience of 500. So here's 30 for 3 hours. So it's good.
Is he going to be in this area?
You know what? The reason I went when I was in Tallahassee is because I didn't see one close to here. Seems like Palm Beach might be the other one, but I'll look it up and see what I can.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I don't. It seemed. I thought he was going to be in Orlando.
Okay.
On one of the days, and I sort of made a note to check it, but I haven't gotten to that yet.
Yeah.
So I'd like to slip out and see him.
Yeah, it's worth going to. Mr. Superintendent.
Just a couple of things this evening. Charlotte County is number 1 in the state with our AP, percent of students passing. Florida, I believe, ranked number 8 in the nation this year, but they ranked number 2 with the percent of kids taking AP exams. Number 8, number 5, they were in the top 10, clearly in the top 10 as a state. But again, they continue to increase the number of kids, and we know historically that more kids that take it, usually their percent of passing falls off. We also had more students take it than we've ever had before, and had the highest percent at 66% of our kids scoring 3 and higher. The closest county to us was 62.5%. So we were clearly number 1. I'll bring rubber foam, number 1 things for us next time we sit and hold them. But again, number 1 in a state that's in the top 10, we fared very, very well as a district. Charlotte High was number 8 in the state as a high school. So good showing. Congratulations to not just our AP teachers, but all of our teachers. These kids take these AP exams, and sometimes we forget they had teachers for 10 years before they took the AP exams. All of our wonderful teachers who do just a great job in preparing our kids. I would invite people that are watching, and those of you in the room, to go to our website, go to Breaking News. Right on the front page, there's all kinds of stuff that's been going on, and accolades, and students winning. We've had mock trial and science fair, and just great stuff going on. Visual arts. We won. Port Charlotte High has National Merit Scholarship finalists. County Fair, it goes on and on. So I refer you to that site. I could spend a lot of time just reading through that. Again, a note of thanks to Jackie. I think she's left. Jackie's been our science coordinator for a very long time, and we will miss her. But the state has a wonderful person, very knowledgeable and passionate about science. I'm sure she'll do a great job in Tallahassee. We'll call on her for favors every now and then when we get a chance. And I'm going to close with a sad note that we share the loss of our friend and colleague Charlie Morris. Charlie began his career in Charlotte County Public Schools in July 1998 and lived in Port Charlotte. He is survived by his wife, Sarah Jane, and 3 daughters. He was also a former math teacher in Lee County before he came to Charlotte. A memorial service was held on Sunday, February 12th at the Punta Gorda Event Center. Charlie was a member of our Learning Through Technology department, and he lost his battle with pancreatic cancer on February 4th. Charlie was only 53 years old. His strength and determination not to let his cancer define him was an amazing thing to see. By choice, Charlie served this district up to the very end by working on the rollout of Promethean boards at both Lemon Bay High School and L.A. Ainger. Charlie's strength helped us through the good times and the bad. During his 15-year tenure with Charlotte County, he helped open 10 brand new schools and many temporary campuses in the aftermath of Hurricane Charlie. But perhaps his crowning academic achievement was the implementation of the Learning Through Technology teacher cadre. Mm-hmm. Charlie's work with this program will have lasting ripples throughout time. As a direct result of his efforts, the course of how instruction is delivered throughout Charlotte County has forever changed. Mm-hmm. So we will miss Charlie. If you want to see the list of schools that he helped open, I've got them. I'm not going to read through all of these, but you can see that the permanent list on the left, the temporary list on in the middle, which included most of the permanent schools on the left in their temporary status, and then the schools that he helped install Promethean boards on the right-hand side. There were 6 of those. Clearly, Charlie was a busy man because he did this in the tech cadre with Mary DeBoer. That's all I have this evening.
Okay, before we adjourn, I do want to wish much good luck and congratulations to Ms. Kissiday in her new position as the Director of Elementary Education and Pre-K Learning, who we approved on our personnel action tonight. So good luck to you, and look forward to working with you in your new capacity.
And my apologies, Carmel. I didn't see you back there. Would you please stand? Please stand so we can give you a hand and recognize you. We're really excited about Carmel being on our team. Extensive background in not only curriculum and Common Core, but assessment and instructional pedagogy. Good addition to our team.
That's right.
You're welcome.
If there's no further business, meeting adjourned.